You're listening to the Peasinner Network. For more great podcasts, go to peasinner.com.au.
The weave is broken. Those of might and magic are falling. Factions fly to fill the vacuum of power as the spell plague brings destruction across the Forgotten Realms. Two heroes meet in the abandoned ruins of the Sword Coast town of Leylon. Women skilled in sword and sorcery, upon whose shoulders rest the fate of the entire Forgotten Realms.
Wait. Is he talking about us?
I sure hope not, because that sounds like a lot of responsibility.
Oh, gods.
Hello and welcome to Best Left Forgotten, the deliberately uncanon and unofficial Forgotten Realms D&D actual play podcast. My name is Nathan Quadrio, and I am your Dungeon Master.
My name is Miriam Feats, and I play Clarrybelle Troll Bleeder, the Dwarven Barbarian.
My name is Jess Wolfendale, and I play Flicklekind, the Gnome Druid.
In case you'd forgotten, Flick and Clarrybelle were taken to meet with the Keeper of Tomes at Candlekeep, who questioned them about both their journey through the portal and the book of music from the symphony that they had offered for entry. The girls were then escorted out of the library and made their way back through the forest to find another door that would return them to Mordenkainen. The duo arrived once more at the mansion to no sign of Mordenkainen and a room full of even more doorways. Discovering the one portal that didn't lead them straight back to the room, Flick and Clarrybelle arrived in a stone tunnel filled with dwarvish runes that they followed to a large forge, manned by a singular dwarf and powered by a chained fire primordial. A quick investigation led the girls to believe that they had finally discovered Gauntlgrim, hidden within the center of Mount Hotenau. Flick took a risk and reached out to the fire primordial and its power, receiving a vision of Lantern and the ocean receding. Clarrybelle met with a strange presence who brought unwelcome news. In the blink of an eye, the duo found themselves back within the mansion and met with Mordenkainen, who put them on a boat and charged them with the task of retrieving the magic of the spell plague from the island and returning it to him in the hopes of finally getting some answers about the spell plague's dark power. Let's jump right in. Your dinghy leaves the small harbour.
Dinghy! I'm running dinghy in my places.
In your places?
Yep. It's a place. We're in a dinghy.
Flick, Clarrybelle, and Morty. It quickly begins to increase in speed. Soon, water is splashing hard around you as you travel through a long tunnel out into the main ocean. The time is tight, and even at this speed, you're unsure whether you're going to make it to Lantern on time. For this episode, we are going to be doing a Matt Colville-style skill challenge.
What?
Excuse,
Okay, I actually thought he was about to say, we're going to be playing Call of Cthulhu. I'm like, ah!
As you travel, you are in a race against the clock.
I was not prepared for this.
Each encounter will have a success or a failure at the end. If you succeed on 5 encounters, you will reach Lantern on time. But if you first fail 3 encounters, then you will be waylaid and run late to your arrival at Lantern.
What happens if we run late?
The fate of the island will remain uncertain.
Cool.
Nathan just said flip a coin to find out whether your people live or die.
Yeah.
Flip potentially 8 coins.
Several coins.
Okay, 8.
Oh, no.
7 coins. 7 coins.
Oh, right. So 5 is success, but 3 or more.
Yeah,
failures.
5 successes before you get 3
Yeah.
failures.
Yeah.
For the 7 C's.
As you continue to travel through the tunnel, you can see the end leading into the open ocean. And as you get faster and faster and faster toward it, you slam into this wave of force as you transfer out of the pocket plane that Mordenkainen's mansion sits within, and you transfer into the real world and the real ocean. Can you both make Constitution saving throws?
Yep. Okay.
Well,
21.
Okay.
10.
Okay.
Okay.
Flick, already your nerves are beginning to bubble up inside you. Flick, you begin to vomit
Oh, okay.
out of seasickness over the edge of the boat from the impact of this transition between planes. And as you land, bouncing on the water, there's just a slight wave that sends you spiraling and the dinghy begins to flip.
No.
No thanks.
No, thank you.
Okay, great. Well, what would you like to
We
do?
roll for no thanks, please.
Yeah, roll for no thanks. Can I try and grapple Flick back into the boat? Like grab and hold.
Can you make an athletics check?
I have a plus 11 to athletics, so this
I'm sure it'll be fine.
should be fine. 29.
Okay, you manage to grab Flick, and you are now grappling Flick as the dinghy continues to roll over. Flick, anything you attempt to do will be a disadvantage
Oh, good.
because of your current state of seasickness.
Yeah, as I'm vomiting all over.
And now being hugged, bear hugged by Clarrybelle.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I don't know, man. Can I just try? Okay.
I love that it's just like, I didn't think I was going to be doing this tonight. Okay? I didn't expect a sea voyage.
I'm out. I'm on strike. Okay. Can I cast Thorn Whip
Yes?
to the other side of the boat and pull to attempt to bring us around? Because we're sort of on one side
Yep.
of the boat, bring the momentum round so we end up back on the bottom of the boat. I don't know what the bottom of a boat's called. Bottom of the dinghy.
Can you roll with your spell attack bonus, please?
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
16.
Okay, you thorn whip around and manage to pull yourself out. And the boat continues moving on its path. That is 1 out of 5 successes.
Yeah, it's weighing up. Like, I'm trying to keep my spells for when we get to Lantern.
Thorn Whip's a cantrip, right?
Thorn Whip's a cantrip. That's why I used it. But it's like, if that had failed,
Yeah.
that's a fail. So we
Yeah.
might not even get to land. Oh, this sucks.
Yeah, I'm in the same position where I don't want to
Yeah.
because rage gives me advantage on a heap of checks.
yeah.
But if I use all my rages,
You don't want to be out of rage.
I don't want to be out of rage.
Feel the bracing cold of the air.
Thanks for your help.
Yeah, you were. So far, you've been a real asset to this trip, Morty.
Morty is kind of like a featureless blob of a person glowing, but you can still see just streams of hair flowing in this beautiful breeze. And there's a real Fabio-esque vibe going on.
Excellent.
As you look ahead, can you both roll perception checks? You find yourself returning to normalcy, Flick, so you're no longer at disadvantage.
21.
16.
You look ahead and can see that you are going full steam ahead towards a rocky outcropping. And you can see sitting upon the rocks are a whole host of seals. And you are just heading straight towards them.
Okay, is there a rudder on this little dinghy? Like a steering device?
You look around and there are no steering devices, but there are
Cool.
2 oars.
Or what?
Steering with an oar is at this speed is insane.
Yep.
How much water can you create or destroy?
No, I like it. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. I would like to cast Create Water. And I'd like to cast it ahead of us in the shape of a really cool skateboard ramp
Yeah.
going up so that we like sail over it and land on the other side.
And I would like to grab one of the oars, and when we get up to the ramp, if I can reach the rocks, just try and do like a little hit and bounce to try and like give us a little bit more momentum. Does that, like a pole vault with the oar?
Can you, Clarrybelle,
Yes.
roll a sleight of hands check
Okay.
for timing of your oar slap?
Oh no.
And can you roll a spell attack, quote unquote, in order to get that timing right?
That's a 19 from Clarrybelle.
24.
Okay, as you head towards the rocks, you can see leaping off the rocks towards you all of the seals feeling threatened and attempting to stop whatever's happening, just swimming towards. As you get closer and closer and closer with your high perception checks, you can see they're heading towards you in order to divert you because a whole host of baby seals. As perfectly timed, Flick, you cast your spell, a ramp of water shoots up and you slam it down as you shoot off the ramp, and you soar in the air over the rocks, looking up at you with these big eyes, a whole host of baby seals going, arr, arr, arr. Splash into the water on the other side. Another success.
That would have been a lot, like, morally to take into this next section.
Yeah. I think Clarrybelle just looks at Flick. What were those animals? They are the cutest things I've ever seen in my life.
Would Flick know what a seal is?
Roll a nature check.
Natural one?
Remember that when you were coming from Lantern down
Yeah.
the Sword Coast, there was some kind of weird, like you didn't travel for very long, but made it way further down. Maybe you just
That
missed
was the
this
seals.
part. Yeah.
I think this
They
is
just-
the reason that I was able to get to the mainland so fast. I never saw them, but maybe they can turn invisible.
Should we have asked them for help to get...
I don't think we have brakes on this thing.
That's a good point.
But if we ever see them again, absolutely.
But as you turn to...
They're like mermaids.
As you turn to gesture towards the seals, you can see them waving goodbye at you.
Aw.
A wave of thanks for saving their babies.
We're both waving.
We're both waving, absolutely, yeah.
Podcast. And you continue on. So, friends, big plans.
I mean, yeah. Hopefully saving my civilization,
Finding the secrets of the spell plague.
etc.
Sounds spicy.
Yeah.
Were you not briefed before you were put in the boat
Yeah,
to bring us to the island to
Aren't
do
you
the
technically part of Mordenkainen's, like, consciousness?
Oh, that's definitely how things run, you know. But I'm just...
Just making conversation.
Well, yeah, he told me to get on the boat, and I said, that's fine.
Great. I mean, yeah, follow your impulses.
And maybe the next time we run into an obstacle,
You
lend
can
a
help.
hand.
I think you've misunderstood exactly what it's like for me out here. I'm just really an apparition. Only inside the mansion do I have physical form. And he starts to, like, pass his hands through your faces.
Okay.
Very uncomfortable.
It is a bit chilly, but you're not sure if it's, like, actually cold or
Yeah.
just something about it. You're like, I'm supposed
Feels
to be feeling something
weird,
here.
yeah.
But I can act as, like, a conduit for Mordenkainen when he needs.
Oh, okay. Like I was going to say like a cell phone.
Yeah, right.
Like a shell phone?
Like a sending stone.
Oh, we've used those before.
Yeah, like once. What happened to that stone, by the way?
I buried it in the woods.
That's a classic BLF moment.
This is really good.
We have your stone. Come on, you got to do it. It's your line.
Here we have your stuff.
Sorry.
She said the line.
That's another success, right?
As you continue past, you travel for a couple of more minutes, and then you see you're heading towards kind of two islands, small, almost little mounds sitting out of the ocean. And you're riding in the path between them. And lying upon the beach on both sides are very, very attractive people.
Okay.
Very scantily clad. Just some, carefully placed seaweed. Men, women, crossing the boundaries, some non-binary folk, all just there. And as you move closer, you can hear the beautiful music of their song singing to you and calling you in. Stumble out of bed and tumble in the... No.
Out of all the things I expected to hear, 9 to 5.
They're just singing beautiful music.
Oh, nice.
Clarrybelle,
Yeah.
can you make a wisdom saving throw
This will be interesting.
at disadvantage?
This will
Why?
be very interesting.
And why only you? Oh my god.
So that's a 17 and an 18. So at disadvantage, I still got an 18 with my +1 to wisdom.
Okay. Clarrybelle,
Yes.
you hear the voices in your head, and they call you, and they're calling you to
Yeah.
go and jump into the water and
Yeah.
swim with them and come away with them.
Yeah.
Join them in their scantily clad seaweed land.
Yep. Sure is tempting.
I'm sold.
We'll get to you later.
We'll get to Jess.
And you black out.
Just, okay. Yep.
Can you, Flick, roll a wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Thank you.
Is Flicks just a straight roll?
Just a straight roll.
25.
Okay. You do not even feel the pull.
Like, someone's off key.
Clarrybelle.
I just want to remind you that I rolled an 18.
Yeah.
I did really well.
You awaken within your own mind.
Okay.
As you so often do.
Yeah.
Standing across from you are all of these beautiful people.
Yeah.
Singing,
Yeah.
bopping, rolling, shooping to either side,
Okay.
in time with their music. And then you hear a beautiful chorus coming from behind you. You turn, clicking. You see these giant eyes and toothy maws with little hands as a rumble is going down. inside your mind
No.
between these new voices
Oh my god.
and the symphony.
Yep. Yeah. I'm with you.
Wait, no, this is the perfect. What do they call them in Pitch Perfect?
Oh, the riff off. The reef off. Sorry.
Oh, name of the episode. Let's call them what they are. The sirens on the other side begin to move closer towards you, and you can feel the pull.
Yep.
But you've got your backup behind you.
I do.
And the symphony begins to rush forward and devour in front of you, tearing limb from limb, ripping apart, blood spattering everywhere. And you find yourself coated in the blood of the siren enemies.
Yep.
And you wake up as if you had just blinked, and you are in the dinghy again, sailing straight past the Dolly Parton Islands in the stream.
I think Flick looks over and Clarrybelle's just like shell shock, wide eyes.
Yeah, I know. Bad singing does that to me too.
Yeah. Bad singing. Not a one voice in key. Mm-hmm.
In the back of your head, you hear, remember. And you continue on. That is another success.
Cool.
You continue onward, and shortly afterwards, you find a massive whirlpool, maybe 150 meters across, just sucking you down into the depths
Okay.
as you power towards it. Something about that seems concerning.
Yes, something. Sure.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Potential ideas.
Here's the thing.
Oh, okay. What have you got?
No, it's not an idea.
Oh, no.
It's more of a concept.
Yeah, okay.
We've already succeeded. A lot of checks.
So just succumb
take
to the
the hit.
whirlpool? Just
Take
take
the
the
hit.
hit? I can't. No. Clarrybelle is at least going to attempt to roll
Fair enough.
around.
Yeah.
Roll an athletics check for me, please.
Can I help?
Yes.
Who? Okay. 24.
Okay. You row and row and row, and even with your 24,
Yeah.
it is not enough to get you around the incredible width of this whirlpool, and you begin to approach and get sucked in over the edge. As in front of you, Morty goes, "Oh, I'm getting a message. Oh, so, and Morty begins to transform, not into his usual banana self, but into a pineapple. And you go off the edge and begin to fall down into this whirlpool as Morty breaks off from your ship and begins to fall down into the whirlpool. Are you going to do anything? What are you going to do?
Can I? This is absolutely stupid shenanigan. One hand on the boat, one hand on a javelin, and I want to spear Morty like a fruit stick to keep him in the boat with us. He's an unseen servant. It'll be
That's
fine.
excellent.
Okay. Rolls a hit.
Do you love pina coladas and getting copyright?
It's a 27.
Okay, you reach out. You line yourself up as you're falling into this enormous whirlpool and stab it through Morty. And realize, because Morty's already told you this, that he is incorporeal when he is outside of the mansion, and there is no purchase on your javelin as he gets more and more distant from you.
Well, that was the only thing I could do. Flick, if there's anything you've got.
What do you want me to do? Cast identify on him? Like, what's the...
I was more referring to us falling to our death.
Oh! Right.
And with that, Morty, the pineapple, becomes distant from your ship and falls underneath and becomes a pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Origin.
Amazing.
Which are two separate encounters. Pineapple Morty and the whirlpool. That's 2 fails.
I tried so hard to get Morty. I tried so hard to do both of them.
Nathan?
I'm a barbarian. There's very few things I could do, and I did both of the things that I can do.
Don't at me, but that's not my problem. I don't need to know what you do. I'm not here to solve your problems.
Okay, well, you literally can't fail again.
You crash into the bottom of the whirlpool and are submerged underwater. You are both drowning.
Okay, I have 6 minutes.
I'm glad you think
breath.
that.
That's how it works.
Of course, that's true for now.
How buoyant is the dinghy? Is it floating back up to the surface?
The dinghy does not float
Yeah. 'cause-
or sink. It stays with you. And you are now sitting
are we moving forwards on the bottom of the ocean?
in the
Okay.
bottom of the ocean like a submarine.
Okay.
However, you are both dying.
I can definitely like sit and lean at the back of the boat to try and get it on a tilt. And then if you just like shark or crocodile or something under it and push up towards the top, we can communicate none of this. We're underwater.
As a series of long, thin eels begin to head towards you. And even underwater, just the way that the vibration echoes, you can hear almost like a rattlesnake rattle.
How big are they?
Probably 3 to 4 feet.
Does it count as a small creature?
Yeah, it would.
Cool. I'd like to use Speak with Beasts
Ooh.
to begin to dance and gyrate beneath the water to communicate in my aquatic conversation.
Yep.
I would love for them to point the boat up. I would like them to get under the boat and push it up.
I think Clarrybelle's only thought is like boat needs to point towards top of water. So we'll sit right at the back and try and do a lean. It's not probably physically possible. Trying to get the boat to do a wheelie.
Yeah.
Okay, can you roll a persuasion check? Flick? What a shame this is not a video podcast. You're not getting the full dancing extravaganza of gyrating and snaky
But I'm underwater,
arms.
so it's...
Eely arms.
Well, okay. That happened.
Sorry, what's that?
I don't know, I'm trying to decide whether to use Cosmic Omen, but I don't even think that's going to help me enough. It doesn't matter. It's a 3.
Okay. You are slowly gyrating underwater, moving your arms in circles, attempting to indicate to raise the boat as Clarrybelle begins to lean backwards slightly with very minimal impact, but there is a slight raise from the weight, which just throws off the rhythm of your dance. And these eels begin to move towards you. Can everybody roll initiative?
Oh, okay.
15 from me.
It's an 11 from me.
All right. Like a bow from an arrow, 2 of them shoot forwards, 1 towards each of you.
Okay.
And attempt to latch onto you. With that's going to miss you, Flick. And a 16 plus 5, 21 will hit you,
Will hit,
Clarrybelle.
yes.
So first of all, you take 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
You take 6 points of poison damage.
Reduced to 3.
To 3. And the eel is now attached to your body, leech style.
Okay. Here we go again.
Flick, it is your turn.
All right. Flick will immediately turn into a crocodile and is going to swim under the boat, do like a half death roll so that I'm gripping the bottom of the boat and use my powerful tail to point the front of the boat upwards so we start on that ascent.
Certainly. So you have turned into the crocodile, you have swum, and you are there ready to push for your next turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely. Since you are now hidden under there, 2 of the remaining ones are going to head towards you, Clarrybelle,
I'm fine.
with a 17 to hit you
We'll miss.
and a 13 which will miss. Clarrybelle, it is your turn. You now have 3 on you. 1 was attacking Crocodile Flick.
Crocs.
Crocodile Flick.
Okay. I would like to rage.
Certainly.
And I think all my ancestor guardians pop up and then immediately go bug-eyed for a second.
Yeah.
And then start doing the breaststroke around us.
Yeah, lovely.
Excellent.
The goblin is just like,
Yeah.
just flailing wildly.
Yep.
And I will get my maul and start swinging.
Absolutely.
What are underwater combat rules? Am I at disadvantage to hit them underwater, or is it normal?
Yes, you are.
I am? Okay.
Reckless!
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happy to go reckless in this fight.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to first go for the one that's on me, like currently attached. I'm going to try and swing and hit him. So the first is a 13 to hit.
Okay, as you swing down with a 13, the natural curve of the eel just goes and shuffles out of the way.
Yeah. Okay, let's try again. Second roll is a crit, baby.
Okay, you slam down into it.
So 26 bludgeoning and 6 fire, which I imagine doesn't do a heap while we're under the water.
It does nothing.
Yeah.
But with that 26 damage, it does break the grapple, and
Okay.
it's no longer sucking upon you.
But that eel's still moving.
Still alive.
That's good to know that they have more than 26 hit points.
Not great.
Not great.
Not great.
There's only 6 of them.
Cool. All right. I still have 99 hit points. We'll be okay.
It's great.
All right, so there is 1 after you in the initiative order and then 2 at the top. So that's going to be 3 attacks against you.
They're all at advantage.
Oh, of course. So that's a 24 to hit.
Absolutely.
14 to hit, which will miss. That's a natural
crit,
20.
yep.
So I won't roll that again. So that is 1 hit and 1 crit.
Yep.
So you take, from the first attack, 3 poison and 3 piercing.
Great.
So
Yeah.
6 damage. And then you take 6 poison and 6 piercing. So 9 poison, 9 piercing total. And then
Math.
2 of them are attached to you.
Like leeches.
Like leeches.
I've done leeches before.
Yeah.
Flick.
All right. I'm using all my might to push us up to the surface.
Okay, can you roll a strength check for the crocodile?
Surely it's an advantage because things underwater weigh less.
But it's also magical and like locked down and moving at crazy speeds.
Okay.
I think that's also important to remember.
I have a swim speed.
Is that this,
Yeah.
this whole
Yeah.
combat is happening moving at like
Yeah.
150,
Yeah, how are the
200
eels
kilometers an
catching
hour.
up to us? Magic.
They're very
Magic.
fast.
Yeah. 5.
You push and you push and you push, and at the moment it has no effect.
Great.
Is there anything else you'd like to achieve?
I'd like to be angry about it, please.
Beautiful. You are angry about it as flashes of your parents appear in front of your mind and then
Don't.
disappear for 1 second.
Nathan.
Their shocked faces floating in just a sea of salty water.
Salty.
One of my ancestral guardians bobs underneath you and gives you 2 thumbs up.
The goblin, like,
I bite at the goblin.
bang. 2 more attacks against you, Clarrybelle. At advantage. Ooh, 14 misses. 21 will hit.
Yep.
So you take 6 damage total.
Cool.
And you now have 3 attached to you. Clarrybelle, it's your turn.
Okay. Did the one that had taken lots of hit,
Yep.
did that reattach?
No.
Is he within my melee range?
Yep, they're all within your melee range.
It would be
because
great
you were
if-
like, that's fine, I
Yeah.
can take it.
It would be great if less of them were around. So I'm going to go for the one that I've already done damage to, also to try and see how many hit points these guys have. Yeah, so 23
That'll hit.
and then a 18.
18 will hit,
Great. 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
which destroys the eel. And since it is no longer swimming at speed, it goes and disappears behind you.
And then I will throw that 18 onto one of the ones that's currently attached to me. 15 points of bludgeoning damage to one of the ones on me right now.
It detaches,
Okay.
so you now only have 2 on
Yep.
you.
Brilliant.
Okay, so next, one of them, the one that you knocked off, immediately reattaches.
Another
That's
6.
6 points, yes. The one that is attached to you immediately begins to suck, and you feel yourself being drained, and you lose 50% of your remaining oxygen.
Okay.
Flick,
so
it's your turn.
I try to get us to the surface again.
Okay.
That was a 15 on
I'm
the
going to
cover.
Cosmic Omen add a d6 to this.
Yeah.
19.
Okay. The first one was just a warm up.
Yeah.
And now you're really moving. However, crocodiles swim.
With their tail.
So you're really moving that tail now, swinging with the thumbs up of the goblin who you bit.
Yep.
The goblin ancestor, you are pushing up, and there is now a slight rise upwards, which obviously, with the speed, is going to be quite strong, but you are all still underwater, and you're all still being followed by these creatures.
I mean, I can't do anything else.
With a double 4, the next one is going to miss you, Clarrybelle.
Great. Good to know.
And then the last one is going to completely deplete you of oxygen.
So it doesn't halve it again.
Nope. It's gone.
Okay, cool. So I'm drowning.
So you're now officially drowning.
Great. Thanks, Nathan.
That's okay.
Okay. My bad. I should have steered around the whirlpool.
When a creature runs out of breath, it can survive for a number of rounds equal to its constitution modifier.
5.
5 rounds.
5 rounds.
At the start of its next turn, it drops to 0 hit points and is dying.
So I have 5 rounds and then I'm at 0 straight away.
Correct. Clarrybelle, it's your
Me?
turn.
Okay.
Which would make it round number 1.
Yeah. I'll just keep hitting one each to try and get them off.
Do you want to hit the one that is...
Yeah, I'll hit the one I've already
Reattached to you.
reattached, but I've already damaged. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That'll hit. That's a 20-something.
That will hit.
And 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Just not quite enough.
Does it detach?
It does detach.
Okay, then I'm going to hit at another one that is attached to me.
Certainly.
Nope. That's a 2 on the dice.
Okay. The one that detaches is immediately going to try and reattach with a 16 is not going to do it.
Miss, yeah.
Beautiful. The one that is still attached, now that you have no more oxygen, is going to try and drain deeper, and you take damage equal to your strength score. But because you're raging, it's halved.
Okay, so 10.
10.
You increased her strength score just so you could do that.
And I now have 4 rounds left.
Beautiful. So that one's dead. Flick, it is you.
There's nothing. I'm a crocodile.
Yeah,
I
just do what
can't
you're doing.
cast anything.
Yeah, just do what you're doing.
Natural 20. Oh, that feels good.
With one big flick of your tail, you power that thing almost vertical.
What a time.
And it is shooting upwards.
Like
What
a
a roll.
fan boat in the bayou.
As one of them attempts to suck you and fails.
Great.
And then one that is attached is going to give you another 10 hit points of damage.
I'm fine.
You can literally feel not only the oxygen having been removed from your body, but now your blood is seeping out into these creatures. And it's not that they're getting larger, but you can feel their energy, like their aura and their spirit crackling around you, especially with your ancestral guardians going. You can really feel that energy in them. You're making them more alive, a bit vampire-like.
Yeah, cool. So they might be regaining hit points.
Clarrybelle, it's your turn.
Yeah.
There is one almost down that is
Yeah.
not attached, 2 attached, and 1 other one.
I'm going to go hit on the one that's almost down. 16 to hit.
16 does not hit. It just slithers out of your way.
Can I reaction give her a d6 to that roll?
Yeah? But
Yeah.
why? How?
With the
With the Cosmic Omen?
Cosmic Omen.
I thought you could only use it once.
Nope, I have it 3
2.
times.
Three
3.
times. Okay, cool. That's
Spicy.
Because I thought you were just like, I just want to give a d6. That's like, you can't just
Can
do
I just
that.
do it? Thanks.
Yes, that's totally fine.
Take it.
Would a 1 get me there?
A 1 might get you there.
Okay, well, 3 definitely should, because an 18 hit before, and that's now a 19.
Yes. So 17 is the AC.
Okay, 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Whoosh. Dead.
Okay, and then I will hit at one of the ones currently attached to
Attached.
me.
2 attached, 1 just floating around.
Miss.
And another miss. So 1 is attached and it's going to draw the life out of you again. You take 10 more hit points worth of damage. Flick, it is your turn.
I'm good with the boat. Boat is good. I make my way back around and assess the situation. How many have we got? How many are currently on Clarrybelle?
2 on me, 1 generally in the ether.
Yes.
None of them have been hit yet.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to go up and bite one of the ones on Clarrybelle. Woo!
Woo! Didn't see it, but woo!
Natural 19 for a 23.
23 hits, baby!
That is 10 points of piercing damage.
Beautiful.
nice.
So is this one of the ones that is currently attached?
Yes, and it automatically grapples the target.
Okay, so you have
Amazing.
it chomped,
Yeah.
and it is now in your mouth.
Yep.
And it is removed.
Yes.
And that's your turn?
That's my turn, baby.
Beautiful. One of them is going to attempt to go for you.
At disadvantage because
At
of my...
disadvantage.
Oh, no. If I didn't hit it in last round, then don't worry about that.
Okay, it doesn't matter. It would have failed anyway with an 11. I imagine your AC is higher than that.
Crocodile AC, I think, was 12.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about how great the
Going
term
off my-
crocodile AC is. Like
off my
Crocodile
memory from-
Dundee
Yeah.
Looking at the...
is 12 exactly.
Yep.
Okay, lovely. So that misses.
Sweet.
Crocodile
And then the one that
AC.
is attached to you is going to draw out 10 more hit points. Clarrybelle, it's your turn.
Okay.
2 undamaged, 1 slightly damaged.
Okay.
Now only 1 attached to you and
going-
1 in the mouth of Crocoflick.
Going for the one on me.
Lovely.
17
17 does hit.
for 15 points of bludgeoning damage. And then, I mean, there's none others on me, so I'll just go for the same one again.
Not a problem.
That's a 20-something.
Which will definitely hit.
And then 11 points.
Now, if I remember correctly, grapple doesn't really do anything
Speed is 0.
aside from that.
Literally.
You want grapple to be way better than it actually
It's just
is.
Yeah.
speed is 0.
Okay. It is going to go and attempt to bite onto you, Jeff, with a 22.
I'll do it.
So you're going to take 6 points of poison damage and
I'm
6 points of piercing
Gonna
damage.
reduce that damage with my reaction. So I'm gonna say that the goblin screeches its way in front of Crocodile Flick.
Good.
And reduces the damage by 7.
Ooh. All right.
So you
So,
only
that'd be
take
5
5
points.
That's pretty good.
Very good. Thank you.
I need to keep you as a crocodile for as long as possible.
Yeah, man. We all want that.
Yeah.
Flick, it's now your turn.
Okay. I
Just go for that.
let it go and I bite it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Hey.
Natural
Nice.
18.
Lovely. Roll your damage.
3 points of damage.
Okay. Not yet bloodied,
But I was grappled again.
but it is grappled again and it is broken off of you.
Great.
So another one is going to go for you, Flick.
I like that we're just grappling each other and pulling each other off of each other's grapples. That's fun.
So this is another one that
Yep.
you weren't grappling, and so that's going to be a dirty 20 to hit you. So that is 12 points of damage total, and it is now attached.
I'm what we like here in Australia to call a bloody crocodile.
The one that you knocked off is going to attack you again, Clarrybelle, which is going to be a 19 to hit,
Will hit.
which means you take the 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
Okay.
So close to death.
Hit the one on me for 24.
That'll hit.
How close are we to the surface?
You're very close.
12 points of bludgeoning damage to the one currently attached.
It is no longer attached, and it is dead.
Ooh,
Yay.
okay.
So now there are only
yeah.
2 on Flick.
I'm gonna only one's attached to Flick though, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, one's in
So
my
I'm
mouth
going
and one's
to-
on my body, I believe.
I'm gonna hit the one that's attached
Yep. Well,
and fully whiff it.
Yes, okay. The one you are currently grappling in your mouth is going to attack. That is a dirty 20 to hit, so you take 12 points of damage.
I'm Flick again.
Minus, hang on, I could roll 2
Oh,
sixes.
okay.
Wow.
Minus 11 points, which you're still a crocodile.
I am a 1 hit point crocodile.
As that little goblin guardian just
Yes.
absolutely wedges itself inside
Bodies
this
it.
this eel's mouth,
And
screaming.
with a huge splash, you burst out of the water. The eel that is attached to you immediately releases and drops back into the water,
Great.
but you do still have one in your crocodile mouth. Flick. Clarrybelle, it is your turn. You are now sitting in the dinghy,
Yep.
soaking wet,
crocodile mouth.
No longer drowning.
no longer drowning.
I feel like it's been ages since I've attached. That might just be me.
Oh no, it is
No,
Flick's
it should be
turn.
Flick,
Sorry,
yeah.
it is your turn.
I
I,
was like,
apologize.
Wow. Anyway,
But no matter what, Clarrybelle is no longer drowning.
great. I just sort of like flick the eel up into the air and chomp back down on it as it comes back down.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
10 do it for you?
No.
I miss it.
Okay, now it's your turn, Clarrybelle.
Is
Where,
that
where is it now?
eel still in sight?
It's still in the mouth.
So I catch it, I just don't do any damage to it.
Well, it's kind of just fallen back in your mouth. You're not grappling. It's not its turn, so it can't get away.
I'll hit it, sure. 26 to hit.
Roll your damage first.
Oh, and I get fire damage again. Wait,
Yes,
is
you
it-
do.
Yeah.
As you take the deepest breath.
10 plus 8 is 18
18.
points of bludgeoning and 2 points of fire.
20 total.
So 20 total.
And it just incinerates.
Sorry, I didn't. Should we say that does the 1 point of damage
Yeah,
that
maybe.
makes you flick?
It seems reasonable to me.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, I didn't think about the fact that was in your mouth and I was setting it on fire.
Okay. Spicy.
Okay, that was
Oh, God.
really a lot. I think that's the closest I've been to dying in a long time.
I hug you.
I hug you as well.
Flick, since this is your backstory, highs or lows?
Was that a success? Just no, you're not going to answer that right
Highs.
now.
Yes, it was a success.
Nathan.
If Jess
makes
had pulled lows, would that have been a failure?
No, it would have been a failure. It just wouldn't have counted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, makes us do a whole encounter, puts it down to a roll of the dice.
I wouldn't put
But
it
this
past
is the
him.
actual, like, result.
No, because in my mind, I'm like, oh, it's all kind of part of the whirlpool thing.
Yeah.
In my mind, that's how I had planned it out. But I was like, oh,
I
no.
have 23 hit points left. I feel like we earned a success.
Yeah. But we did, because I called highs.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay.
As your boat continues
Yeah.
to shoot through the water at a ridiculous speed.
I think Clarrybelle's like just trying to catch her breath still, honestly.
I feel like forces unknown are trying to keep us from this particular destination. This is more than you come across on a typical boat trip, right?
I mean, I wouldn't know, but also it's the spell plague, so I wouldn't be surprised if there's bad magics trying not to let us get to where we need to go. I'm so sorry. I'm still catching.
No, you take a minute. I've just about had it with this darn spell plague.
And it begins to rain.
Yeah, great. Good.
That feels
Thank you.
thematically correct. Yeah.
At the speed that you are moving,
Oh, my God.
Great.
Yeah. What now, Nathan?
you
yeah.
take 5 points
Yeah.
of slashing
Do we?
damage from the impact of the rain just whacking across your face.
Has enough time
Thank you.
passed that my rage has dropped, so I take the full 5.
Yes, your rage has passed, and you take the full 5 points of slashing damage from rain.
Cool.
Yeah, Nathan, what now?
Yo ho, ba-dum-bum-bum, ba-da-dum-bum, ba-da-dum-dum. You can hear the sound of singing coming towards you as you are shooting through the water.
We did singing already.
But you can't see a boat, but you can hear the voices getting louder and louder and louder towards you. Hey, hey, ra-ka-ka.
I don't say this often, but you're looking really rough. Maybe I should take point on this one.
Yeah, maybe that would be...
All right.
I'm not feeling myself right now.
Yeah, no, you take a moment. Did we still didn't end up with any health potions, did we?
No.
No, didn't think so. Maybe you can, eat a gem.
And swooping down from above you is a spectral ship that flows down and kind of intersects with your dinghy. Mm-hmm. Can you both make charisma saving throws?
That's a dirty 20 from Clarrybelle.
2 9s makes a 10.
Okay, Clarrybelle,
Yeah.
you are still catching your breath. The impact of everything as just throws away the dice. The weight flick of everything
Yeah.
is removed.
Oh.
And you just feel so at peace
Oh, gosh.
as you just lift up
Nope.
with the ship and are just floating away in the ghost ship.
Can I grab Flick's britches before she disappears? Honestly, any part of Flick that I can get a hand on.
Can you both roll initiative?
It doesn't matter. You're gone.
19.
Yeah, I that one.
Okay. And Flick disappears
I'm going to find Morty.
up in a ship going in the opposite direction as your ship, your dinghy, continues to move at full speed.
I think I stand up, I turn around on the boat, and I just yell at them, "Are you men or are you scaredy cats? Turn around and face me, you brigands! Arr!"
Yeah.
Because that's all I can do.
Can you roll an intimidation check?
11.
Okay. Your voice rings out.
Yep.
We cut to inside the ship. Everything around you is like this shimmering green, but it's okay.
Yeah.
This is great.
I love green.
You love green.
My shirt's green.
It's been long. It's been difficult,
Yeah.
but we've let that go now. Coming down the stairs.
It sounds like you take me through a guided meditation. And we let it all go.
Okay, I can keep going like that. Coming down the stairs in front of you, a pirate man, peg leg, tricorn hat askew, big scruffy beard, cutlass in hand. Yo ho ho.
Yo and a ho to you.
What brings you here?
I don't know. I was, on a boat ride off to see the fam. And then now I'm here.
Well, that sounds quite lovely.
Yeah, it's not under the best circumstances because they're drowning. But, life gotta happen.
And what are you looking to do now that you're here, eh?
I don't know. Maybe I could have a little tour of the cruise, see what's going on.
Sounds good to me. And he reaches out to take your hand.
I
And pull you
shake
up.
his hand.
Okay, beautiful.
Or, oh no, am I on the floor? Is
Sure,
that
you're on the floor.
He reaches down to help me up. Shake his hand.
You shake his
and then I
hand.
get up myself.
Beautiful, and you get up yourself, and he swings you around so that you're leading up the stairs and slaps manacles on you. We have a stowaway!
Well,
And begins to pull you up into the ship.
it makes me feel safe and secure.
Clarrybelle,
Yeah.
since we have 3 successes and 2 failures,
Yeah.
you look out in front of you, and you can see a tiny moat of island directly in front of
Okay.
you
Yeah.
that you are, barreling towards.
Cool.
And we cut back to Flick.
Cool. I look at the horizon
Yo ho ho.
and regret every decision I've made.
Davis, Mavis, this is for you. And you are thrown into the arms of Davis and Mavis.
Yo ho, Davis.
Don't yo-ho him. You'll be talking to me.
Oh, sorry, Mavis. You got it.
Sit down.
And you're
Okey-doke.
forced down by Davis.
Cool. I was on my way here anyway.
Give me one reason why we shouldn't throw you overboard.
I rocket pool.
Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad.
Some people have told me I'm quite a catch. It's pretty good for a boating journey.
Pool. Nobody cares about pool.
It's water.
That's not what you were talking about. Davis, get her out of here.
But I got you, didn't I?
And Davis drags
Okay.
you
Bye, Mavis.
and takes you up the stairs.
Where are we going?
You're going over the edge.
Of...
Oblivion.
Love that game.
Thumbs down.
That's a no from me.
I like this new whacked out Flick.
You did say all of the troubles had lifted off Flick's shoulders.
It's true, man. Davis, what are you doing after this?
Nope.
Well, it's funny you should ask. You won't tell Mavis, will you?
My lips are sealed.
Got a pool game after. Are you really that good?
I'm pretty good. Do you need some tips? Do you want to go through it beforehand?
Yeah, I think.
You can throw me into oblivion after, but like I feel like, are you trying to impress someone? Is that what's happening here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Lavis.
Lavis. I mean, tell me about them.
I mean, when Lavis walks into the room, it's like he glows. I can smell the scurvy. As his flesh slowly rots.
The ghost scurvy.
Thousands and thousands of years. I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Yeah. I mean, the real game of pool we play isn't with cues and triangles that hold the balls in place. It's with the 8 ball of the heart,
That is so poetic. Come with me.
And he turns off down an alleyway and drags you down.
Yeah, man.
And kicks the door open and throws you in to the pool hall.
Yeah.
And the door is slammed shut.
We got trouble.
Yes, and it rhymes with pool.
It's the one.
Trouble.
Yeah.
Pool, that's what my mum taught me. Havis Hill.
Trouble.
Chapel. Chapel.
We've lost the thread. Like, I know we lost it a few spools ago, but we still lost it.
Show me your moves.
And the manacles are removed. And it's just you and the pool table.
Was the pool thing a genuine or was it a full bluff? Has Flick played pool before?
Here's the thing,
Okay.
is when Flick said it, Flick
Was thinking swimming?
was thinking swimming.
Okay.
But then
Good at
when
pool,
Mavis
like good
threw,
at swimming pool.
we threw the curveball and she
Yeah.
went, you know what, I'm great at pool as well. And she remembered all of those terms, as did Jess. I don't think it's called a triangle, but it's the shape of one.
It is called a triangle.
Oh my God. Automatic nat 20.
Because that's how the game works.
Yeah, man. I think Flick thinks Flick is good at pool.
Cool.
Cool.
And Flick is really good at the pool of the heart, whatever that means. I jump up on the pool table and I start leaning down and gathering all the balls out of the nets and putting them into the thing. And I'm like,
Pockets. The nets. Who's goal attack? Is that you?
yeah, I jump up on the table and I start getting all of the balls out of the nets and into the triangle. And I'm like, so Davis, the real point of pool isn't about the balls. It's about the conversation. So tell me about you. Tell me about your family.
Well, my dad died when I was young. I don't really remember him. I was raised by my mum, Mavis. Yeah, I really wanted to do good by my mum, but we just didn't have the means to make it happen.
What are you doing while this conversation is going on?
I'm setting up pool.
You're setting up pool? Well, you already said that you put all the balls from the nets into the triangle, which is...
Even after we corrected to pockets, you went back to nets.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so now pool is set up.
Yeah, great. I run over and grab a couple of cues.
Yeah.
I did it, and I hand one to Davis, and we start playing.
Okay. Are you going to break?
No, he breaks.
But you're teaching him. Okay.
Yeah, I want to see. It's about the conversation. I want to see how he does.
And then, I started to slip things into my pockets, steal a couple of things, and got a bit of a name for myself. And so I joined a bit of a... Mum didn't want to know it was a gang. I said it was some kind of church group, but she really didn't buy it.
And then he breaks.
Is that any good?
Jess is like, I don't actually want to play pool, so I'm going to make Nathan do all of the roles in this scene.
There's a point. Maybe.
It's not good.
Why
only
don't
gets one
you
ball.
set that up again for me, Davis? Tell me a bit more about how you ended up here.
Well, it was really about my untimely death. So essentially, I was at this very rich lady's house and I was stealing some jewels. I would like to say it was, caught by the guards and things like that, but she was known for her tropical fruit collection, and I slipped on a banana peel and cracked my head open on the floor of the gallery.
Wow. Yeah.
And he hits again
Hey.
with an 18 on the die. Much cleaner.
All right. I think we're tapping into the right emotions here. Let's try something a bit different. And I step up and I go to take my shot. And I'm like, now imagine I'm Lavis. And
He moves next to you and tries to put his arm around your
okay,
shoulder.
a little bit less than that. Not literally that I'm Lavis, but more how would you interact with someone in the same way that I just interacted with you while you were playing?
Okay. So, Lavis, you would have been born, right, mate?
Yes. In fact, I was, and that is something we have in common. And I try to hit the thing. 15.
Okay. It's pretty good. Surprisingly so, since you've never played pool before.
I'm like, okay, now you see, that was okay. But if you want to win the game of pool, you got to be a little more disarming with your comments. Why don't you take a turn?
Okay.
As he's setting up, I'm like, Davis, I think we have a lot of things in common. We're both here playing pool. Your father died, my father currently dying.
He slaps you across the face. You take 1 hit point of damage.
Okay.
And while you are distracted, he takes your quarterstaff from you.
My quarterstaff?
You told him to be disarming.
Okay.
Sorry.
And then he starts to play pool with your quarterstaff.
I want to see how it goes.
Another 18.
Ooh,
It works.
Davis.
I just silently reach up for a high five.
He hands the quarterstaff back.
That was good. Yeah. So I think I've taught you all I know.
I haven't heard any splashing, Davis.
Tell me about your mom.
She was a good lady.
Davis, are you playing pool?
And, she told me she used to come from nobility.
You open up this door.
I never really knew if that was true, but there was something noble about her,
Yeah.
if you know what I mean. Like she had this kind of energy about...
I'm getting there, Captain.
I think that you seem to have a lot of respect for your mom, and I think you need to have that same respect for yourself. Really stand up for yourself. I think a strong personality is going to help you not only with Lavis and Mavis, but also in your day-to-day life. Who's the captain?
He's a new fella, a little bit different to the rest of us.
Should we go before they come to us? I feel like I think now's the time to start showing that strong, assertive spirit. What would your mom do if she were a better person?
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was very high pitched.
Yeah, well, she would want to do the right thing.
Yeah.
And she would respect authority. That's what she always taught me.
Yeah.
Right? And so my authority is telling me to throw you into the pits of oblivion. So let's do it.
All right. Good first instinct.
And he starts to walk away.
He walks away.
Yeah, towards the door to open the door and go through you.
Okay. Not quite what we were going for. Davis, why don't you take a second take at that?
Davis, why do you defy me again?
I peek around.
Can you roll a perception check?
Yeah.
With disadvantage.
Oh. 15.
Whoa.
15. Okay. A tall, pale figure. Hat set low over their face so you can hardly see it. Long cloak behind them. Leather boots right up to the knee. A long, beautifully gilded rapier at their side. Brocade along the front of their shirt. Opened just tastefully. A small tuft of thick black hair poking through against pale white skin.
I'm getting real Zorro meets Phantom of the Opera vibes. Just
Not Eric.
You have come
Lean into it.
There's something about the figure that's strangely familiar.
Can I tap into that a bit more?
What do you mean by that?
Can I dig through my memories, my mind palace, and try to
Roll
find
history.
what's so familiar?
I'm trying to rack
let's
my
dive
brains
into
as
that
to
a
who
bit.
this could be.
18.
Oh. Is this Dominic past the other side? Sorry.
I would cry.
I will weep.
It's not Dominic Drumwillow,
Oh.
but it is a vampire who you are familiar with.
We're familiar with a vampire?
And you've helped him out in the past. As he sees you peeking around the corner, he removes the hat. And you immediately recognize Eric,
The bat.
who is the Bat Lord from the start of season 1, now the captain of this ship. Well,
Yo ho.
Flick Goldkind.
Hey, you. You know when you don't remember someone's name?
yeah.
Mavis, why again have you brought me such things? Flick here is a friend, a longtime companion.
Oh.
But sir! Mavis, silence. I will tell the cook there will be no meals for you for another 1,000 years.
Harsh but fair.
Mavis bows and moves herself out of the conversation.
I'm sorry, Captain. We were just playing pool.
I'm well aware of your taste for pool, Davis.
Yes, Captain, thank you.
I hope her work was satisfactory. You are excused, Davis. Walk with me, Flick. And he begins to walk past you up the stairs
Yeah, man, I'm strutting
to the
after
deck
him.
of the ship. So what brings you to the realm of death, Flick?
You know, sort of just a drive-by situation. I was on my way to see my folks who were drowning and got...
Ah, yes, a couple of them have passed by.
Oh! Really?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's been many, many years. I forget that death is a little bit more of a touchy subject in the mortal realm.
You know, not as much as usual. I'm feeling pretty chill on this little cruise you got set up
He
here.
turns and places his hand on your shoulder. That's very much the point. Although we are ending people's lives and sending them to eternal damnation, we do want it to be fun.
Well, you got a great pool hall, I'll give you that.
If you had time, I'd show you the discotheque.
I don't know what that means, but I guess I'll find out one day.
He pulls out a pocket watch. I imagine you wish to be returning to your aforementioned business.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the time.
Flick. Always the time for you. But I do feel like I need to mention, I feel like we're square now. And he pushes you off the edge of the ship.
Okay.
That's fun.
It'll be fine.
You go, falling. Slam! You fall directly next to Clarrybelle.
Can I try
Take
and catch her?
100
ship.
hit points of damage and
Can I
die.
try and catch her?
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll initiative, both of you.
This went so well last time. I feel like I should... Oh.
Natural 20.
Which becomes?
It'll still be higher than mine. I only got
22.
21.
You take not that much damage. 12,
I don't have that many hit points.
18.
You got more than me.
You take 21 points of fall damage as you slam down into the boat.
Oh my goodness. Flick, are you okay?
Am I still calm?
It's beginning to loosen off.
Where... What? You got abducted by ghosts? Maybe? But a ship?
If there's anything you want to ask me now. I have the secrets of the universe in my head.
What's the secret of the universe?
The secret of the Damn, it's gone.
Okay, well, we tried.
Okay, we did.
I can see your island. We're almost there.
I look. Yeah. Just heard there'd be a few less folks there than usual.
What? Are we too late? What happened?
I don't know. I don't think it's all of them, but Urik's like death now with a capital D.
As in the big bat that was also kind of a man?
The Batman's now the Grim Reaper.
Okay.
And like he said that he'd seen some of my town pass through.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We'll think about that in an hour and a half when we've saved the ones we can.
Okay. Yeah.
Then I look out towards the island.
And with your final success,
A really long, convoluted success.
Hey, you taught a ghost how to love.
you may not be able to
Should have
call on
done
Eric.
pottery.
You may not be able to call on Eric, but you can call on Davis.
And depending on how it goes, maybe Lavis.
Yeah.
With your final success,
Yeah.
you move incredibly quickly towards your island, and the dinghy pulls up and lands on a beach much, much further inland than when you were last here. You don't see anybody. You don't hear anybody. There's nothing but silence. And that's where we're going to call the session.
Okay. You've been listening to Best Left Forgotten. You can find and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Best Left Podcast and on our Best Left Forgotten Facebook page, where we post updates, info, and additional content. Music by Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0. Full song list and additional artists can be found in the episode description. Cover art by Caddy Wampus, who can be found on Fiverr. Thanks to Jess Wolfendale, our editor, Miriam Feats, our social media manager, and Nathan Quadrio, our GM and producer. If you enjoyed our podcast today, please leave a review and tell your friends.